Hey guys, so today I'm going to talk a very important topic, which is client credential flow and when do we use it. So this is basically used for connecting to system. Basically, it is used in integration, and we have other options also where we expose our system to our Salesforce system to other system. And today I'm going to talk about this client credential flow for inbound, and what is the main use of this flow actually. So this OAuth flow is useful when server to server call is involved. When, like, let's say I have external system and I have Salesforce, and I want to connect these two system. I want to connect external system with Salesforce without needing of username and password. So at that point of time we use this client credential flow, like no username password is involved. So client credential flow, basically it will be involving client ID and client secret, you know and that will be enough to access our Salesforce. Some syntax that I'm going to show you in the next slide. Like for the authentication URL, we are going to use this URL, and where we are going to pass the grant type. So this grant type is what will define this is a client credentials uh, flow. So we have to give this a grant type equal to client credentials, client ID and client secret, that we get it from the connected app. I have already created this URL from my Salesforce, and I will be using this, where I have provided grant type equal to client credentials, client ID, this is my client ID, client secret, this is my client secret. Okay. For performing operation, we have to put our domain name here, then this is the syntax, and I have created a class. Basically, I've created this class called client credential custom web service. This is my URL mapping. So this is what I have mentioned over here. If you see the name custom web service, so I will be calling this class, this URL mapping class, and this is I have written for account. Like if I show you here exactly, so I have written this is a I'm exposing my Salesforce, uh, you know which will fetch the data, account data, and it will create the data. I will come back to this again, but I want to go step by step. So first thing, whenever we are going to expose Salesforce, we need to create a connected app, and connected app you can create from here. From this setup you can search app manager, and from here, if you see top right side, new connected app, you can create from here. I have already created it, so I will show you this, what exactly you need to do for client credential flow. I will go on edit mode and I have given this my connected app name. You can give any name. Contact email is mandatory, you can give anything. Then you have to click on this enable OAuth setting. Okay, if I disable this, the other option will be hidden, so you have to click on this. Callback URL I have given simply login.salesforce.com. So OAuth scope I have given for now full scope, full access. Here one thing is very important, we have to enable client credential flow. So once we enable this, we would be able to select a user, for this client credential flow. So you can select that and save this. So for now I will just cancel this because I have already created. I will go again this. Once you create your connected app, click on manage and edit policies. So here we have to, under this client credential flow, once you remember we enabled while creating connected app. So once that is enabled, you have to select one user. So Force is my user. You can select any user from here, run as. Okay, and you can save this. Once you save this, here once you create connected app, right, you get client ID and client secret. So in my case, if I show you, if I click on this manage, sorry, I clicked wrong. I will click again. So if you see this, once you create connected app, then you can see this manage consumer details, and if you click on this, it will ask for the verification, and it will go to your email ID. Let me see if I have received it. Yes, I have received it. 451. So this authentication you will get over email, and you can see consumer key and consumer secret. This you need to copy and keep it, and we have to use this here. So you remember client ID and client secret. So here you have to put that ID. Once it is done, now let me go back and so I'm going to use Postman, a web Postman I'm using right now, and this Postman is basically, you can consider Postman as a third-party application or external application that we are connecting with Salesforce. Okay, so I have copied that URL. This is my domain. So if you go to Salesforce and search domain, this is my domain. I have copied this my domain name, and I have used here till here, like from here to here. This is my domain, and then the other details I have put already. Same I have done here. This is my domain, and client ID, client secret, I have put it over here. Or you can see this parameter. This parameter is nothing but what I have provided here. So client, if you see grant type, which is this one, so you can see here this is client ID and client secret. If you put it here also, it is going to add to your URL. Okay, now I'm going to hit this. So I got one access token. So if you're receiving access token like this, just copy this. It means your connection from third-party system. Let's say in my case it is Postman. So from Postman to Salesforce, it connected. We have received this status 200. So it means the two systems got connected through the connected app here that I created. So Salesforce has allowed Postman to connect to the Salesforce. Now I will go back to my class. I want to perform some operation. Okay, like I want to get some data, I want to create some data in Salesforce because the connection is established already. So to expose our system, I have created a web services class, and this web services class I have given a name for this custom web service. You can give any name here, and I have created one HTTP GET, HTTP port. HTTP post. I hope you are aware of this, all the details. I'm not going to discuss that in detail. Maybe in some other video I can cover that coding level. But this is if third-party system, if external system is going to call GET, probably this method is going to get called. If the other system is going to create some data, post, so this method will be called do post. Now what I have written on HTTP GET, basically I am returning an account record. So based on this account ID, which is passed in the here, or from the URL, from the URI that I'm going to get this ID. I'm getting that ID and passing as a query filter and returning this account record. Okay, and if the record is successful, the status code is going to be 200, or if it is failed, not found, there 404. Okay, and it is going to return ID, name and phone type. These records I'm going to get if the ID is proper. Okay, so in my case I have created already one record here, which is testing client credential from post one. This is just one record I have created. I will copy this ID. I will click on this another tab. You can click here from another tab, and I will just paste here. So this is my URL. Basically this is my domain till here, as I shown earlier, and this is syntax. This is my web services class, name of this web services class, which is here, custom web service, the same, and ID. This is the account ID. Now here we have to do few things, as I have shown here. This one, while performing operation, we have to pass authorization in header and bearer access token. So access token that we have received here, we need to copy this, go back here, and in the header section, go to header section, just type authorization, type bearer, and I will put my new access token. Then you click send. So the moment you click send, see, I'm getting this record. Maybe I will put it in a JSON format so it could be readable. So this is my object, this is URL, and remember, this is the ID I passed here for this record. This one. So the account name is this, phone number is this, website is this. The same I'm receiving here as well. Okay. Now what if I want to create a new record in Salesforce? So I can go back here. I can use this URL, same, my domain, services, apex request, and then my web services name. I have created a test data here, but let me create another test client postman. Phone number, let me give 777 something. You can give like here this salesforce.com. Okay, and the moment I hit this one, if I will hit this will come to this method, because I'm posting now. So here what we are doing, I will just explain high level. Here we are getting request, here we are this is a variable, we are storing response, and we are getting request body, and we are converting to string, and we are deserializing it, and we are creating a record here in account object. Simply a new record is going to be created. So once I hit this send, see, account created successfully. Now if I go back and check whether the record is created or not, I need to look with this name, test client postman. So if I click on this, see, test client postman with phone number 777, website salesforce.com, and account name I gave this one, the same, got created. So this is how you can use client credential flow, and if you have any query, do let me in the comment.